What's good, YouTube? KC the Quiet Warrior here. Today we're gonna have another NOFAP topic. Now, in today's video, we're gonna talk about why counting your days on NOFAP is bad for you, and why it could be the downfall to you not succeeding on your NOFAP journey. Now, just a disclaimer real quick. It is nothing wrong with counting your days and overall tracking your progress on NoFap and seeing where you started at and where you are at now. It is nothing wrong with that at all. But I specifically say days is because days are just really the main factor if you not succeeding on your NoFap journey and just not being able to get done what you may have planned on getting done. And like I said, it's nothing wrong with tracking your progress, especially by weekly or monthly and things like that. But counting your days daily and in that type of form of tracking your progress is just overall going to be not really good for you succeeding on your journey. And with all that is said, I'm going to get into it to make it more understandable. Now, the reason I say counting your days on NoFap is bad because automatically, just by you doing that, you're setting an internal barrier inside of your head, basically saying that if you do not reach the certain amount of days that you set out to achieve or, plan to do, if you don't reach that goal and you end up failing, you basically have a guilt trip on yourself and, internally, and, just overall feel like a failure when you don't reach that certain goal that you set out to, achieve and reach. And, it's basically just gonna hinder you and, overall, make you discouraged to even, get on the journey again and keep thriving and achieving to get to where you want to be, because just by you counting those days and doing that, especially daily, that's what I'm trying to get at, daily, when you count them daily and you don't reach that goal, and over the time you just do this over and over and over and over and over again, and you're not meeting that goal, you're basically just making it to where it seems like you're guilty if you don't reach that certain goal that you set out to achieve in the first place. That's really the first reason. The second reason is, once you start counting your days, you're essentially telling yourself that you are going to fail. And yes, like I said, once you start counting your days, you are going to fail. That's what you're telling yourself, because like I said in the first reason, when you don't meet that goal and when you feel guilty and upset about you not meeting that, basically, like I said, with this reason, just off of and setting that internal barrier inside of your head, when you do that and you count your days, you're essentially telling yourself that you're going to fail, because you're only going to be able to get to that certain amount that you put out for yourself. And like I said, when you don't achieve that, you automatically feel like a failure, or you're guilty because you didn't set out to do what you said you were going to do, and you didn't achieve that. And those are really the two main reasons of why you should not count your days on NoFap, because just overall, you're setting an internal barrier. And with that being said, another reason is when you count days, just just by you doing that, you're automatically hindering and lowering, your chance of expanding and growing, and you know, going on, as you can say, longer streaks on NoFap overall. And days can accumulate to, months and weeks. But overall, just by like daily, just one step at a time, when you do that, you're automatically, hindering yourself from having growth and reaching higher streaks on NoFap in general. And basically, just to come down to, with all this being said, it may sound, repetitive, by me repeating, the same reasons and things like that, but they automatically come down to one factor. And when you count your days, you're simply just setting yourself up for failure, because you're automatically, setting yourself up to fail, and saying that you won't be able to get to the goal that you set out for yourself, in the first place. And overall, it's just not a good mindset to have, especially, if you're trying to overcome an addiction that you may have had from this, and you know, leave that part of your life alone. And when you're counting days on this journey, it just overall just makes it harder, and really more stressful, and not as motivating as it would be if you didn't. And like I said, it's nothing wrong with tracking your progress and things like that. But if you do want to track your progress, and obviously see where you came from the the day you started up until now, I advise that you track your progress monthly, by months instead of weeks, because when you tracking your streaks by days, it's gonna be on your mind all the time, because if you hit that if you don't hit that certain day, and you may relapse before you hit that certain mark, you're just, like I said, you're just setting yourself up to have a harder time of succeeding, and just overall gonna have just discouraging thoughts of whether or not you should do it, and just guilty thoughts because you didn't hit that goal that you set out to achieve. And that's really the whole thing about it. You know what I mean? It's nothing too much complex about it. It's just you basically setting a barrier on yourself from achieving the goal that you set out to do. And that's another reason right there. When you're counting days, it's automatically on your mind all the time, except when you counting it by months, it's not on your mind all the time, because you know you're not counting the days of a month, which is 30 days. You're not counting every single day. So when you do it by monthly, not even more likely you're more likely to forget it. You are going to forget it when you do it monthly, because it's not constantly on your mind. And just with that being said, like I said, just overall counting your days on NoFap is just gonna overall hinder your chances of achieving the goal that you wanted to do, and just overall gonna discourage you from getting back on your journey and setting out what you wanted to do. And that's really all I wanted to come on here and talk about. And like I said, it's nothing wrong with tracking, and seeing the progress that you made from, like I said, from the day you started up until now. But I advise you, if you do, just count by monthly. And either way it goes, just by you being on this journey, you're already doing, what most people are not doing. And, they see these videos, but they don't actually take in the information. But like I said, just by you, being on the journey overall in general, you're already succeeding. But at the end of the day, just remember, if you do have a slip up, never quit and stand right up and get back on your feet and go even harder.